What's going on, everybody? It's 7 o'clock, part of the Safe Space crew. Today, it's Monday. It's the mock draft Monday. It's a special mock draft Monday. As of today, the Safe Space crew. Today, we are doing a SuperFlex mock draft, accompanied with my brother from another mother, Brother Fox, representing the Chiefs Kingdom. How are you?
Hey, I'm well, brother. Hoping my Mavericks rebound from that 0-2 deficit. But we'll see. We'll see. Hey, if they rebound Wednesday night, I'm going to the game on Thursday. Best believe.
Ooh, we might have to go live on IG, live from Dallas.
Yes, sir.
And then in the middle, White Chocolate himself, the shot caller, Chef Dunna. How are you doing?
I'm here, and we're about to get rowdy because SuperFlex mock draft is about to kick off. You know, they call me Suge White for a reason because I'm a bop, 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 bop on all these hoes.
Hey.
Brother Fox, before we get started, how can the good folks take care of us?
As always, y'all can give us that HBO special. If you don't know what the HBO special is, it's the Help a Brother Out special. So help some brothers out. Hit that like button, subscribe. It truly goes a long way.
Shout out to all the pages and followers who are contributing and participating in this mock. Without further ado, let's get this thing started.
Let's get it cracking.
Looks like 7 is on the clock.
Put the board up on the screen.
I got you.
I
got it.
Okay.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, C-Mac 101.
He was the number 2 rated player suggested. I feel like there's a lot of good quarterbacks. I'm comfortable waiting until the turn and just seeing what's left.
Ooh.
But there's only one CMC.
Speak of the devil, quarterback right off the board.
Yeah, quarterbacks go. I mean, you know, Christian McCaffrey's a cheat code.
We all know media gonna take it a Bluetooth boy.
I mean, I guess so.
Right on the dot, just bullseye.
Oh,
Brother Fox.
I think Edgar's about to get his boy right now. Yep.
SuperFlex is wild.
It is. It's a different.
It changes the whole game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add this to the story real quick. Who ain't here?
I think it's a full house. I think everyone's here.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Okay. Hey, this might not be the last SuperFlex.
Right. Let's get a little Brian Windhorse. Whee!
Yeah, there we go.
We're all here. Uh-oh.
Like the kid from Up.
Yeah. Did we speak too soon?
Come on.
So this is the conundrum. So from 108 to 112, you have to decide if you want to reach for a quarterback or maybe not. But I am going to go and not reach for a quarterback, and I'm going to solidify my RB1, my Jets, Jets in Brees.
Okay.
Do you remember a year ago, I said that if it wasn't this year, it will be next year, that Brees Hall will be RB1. It'd take me a while. I could scroll and find that text message. It could happen. It could happen. I think I really think there are 3 or 4 that could probably finish as RB1. Obviously, he's one of them.
And so for anyone that's not too privy on SuperFlex, this turn right here kind of decides your draft, right? So at this turn, if you have the later of the first and early of the second, you want to make sure that you know what you're doing. So at the turn, at the beginning of the second round, if you're not selecting a quarterback, then you'll be punting quarterbacks until later, until probably like 6th or 7th round, so that you can solidify every other position and then just take some flyers on the quarterbacks and go back to back in that way.
Traditionally, that's what I do when I do SuperFlex mocks. I usually punt I usually draft in the back end for whatever reason. That's why I took the first overall. But usually I will punt and then get someone like Tua in golf. Or
Hey, don't say the names before they get drafted, player. It's like Fight Club.
It's going to be a minute for those names. We're talking about punting, brother. They're not going to be. These are names that aren't going to be drafted for a while. We still got to give people advice.
Pew pew pew.
So I will take a Miami Dolphins quarterback later, and then I will take a Detroit Lions quarterback later if I was drafting at the back end.
Whoa, And I don't believe in Anthony Richardson. I see all these people have been coming out saying Richardson is going to be a QB1. Hey, please take him in our league just so y'all can lose. For real.
Where do you have him, Brother Fox? Where would you – he's ranked
in
right
a standard league
behind C.J. Stroud. 5th, 6th round is where he's going.
There are no – this man played 2 games last year against very weak competition. Where are they getting these spectacular numbers that he's supposed to break out? Where? Did he show out in the preseason? He ran the ball more than he passed the ball.
What's wrong with that?
It
works for Lamar. It works for Jalen. It works for Allen.
Lamar and him Lamar the 2-time MVP. Anthony Richardson can't play more than 2 games. There's levels to this game.
Well, technically, he played 3. And he played 3.5, and he was QB4 in week 1 and QB2 in week 4.
But you got to give the context. Who did he play against?
I mean, he played against the Rams and he played against the Jags. And then he played against the Texans, too. And then he got injured against the Titans. So, I mean, not spectacular defenses, but definitely defenses that aren't the worst in the league. And then he also sat week 3 against Baltimore. But, I mean, the upside is crazy with Anthony Richardson. It always has been. And, for redraft, 1 QB, I mean, I'll take a flyer on him in the 7th round.
Dakota Prescott, huh?
Someone said I need an explanation on the Kirk Cousins pick.
Ooh, they talking shit, Edgar.
Ooh.
he liked these Kirk Cousins.
Let's see. We got guys going off. You guys see the report on
so media sticking with that no QB strategy. He's punting.
I believe Big E was absent for a quick second and auto-drafted Jordan Love. I had planned on going Dak Love on that turn. Let's see. We got this team is broken. Let's see. What we got? We got Lamar, Kyron. Yeah, that's all blue tint team for a big baller.
Kelsey taking the 3rd round.
Yeah, Brock Purdy in the 3rd round. I understand it's SuperFlex, but woof. Yeah, what you got? He went with Caleb Williams.
I think I'm back.
Okay. What you got for us? You got Jamar Chase and Puka. Where does he go with it? Let's go here.
Here we go.
Ayuk. Triple receiver in a SuperFlex. What are your thoughts, Chef?
I mean, there's too much uncertainty around Puka and Ayuk, in my opinion, especially with the contract issues. So going 3 wide receivers here in a super flex, I mean, honestly, like he could have gotten, I would have went either Gibbs or Joe Burrow or Kyler Murray in the second, and then went running back probably in the third to make it more even balance. But if a lot of people play 3 wide receiver set leagues, so in that aspect, you get your wide receivers out of the way and bada boom. But since this is only 2 wide receivers, I'd have to say need another position in there. But to each his own. Do we go for number 4 here?
Ooh.
Come on.
Spooked him.
Up. 4?
Otto the Otto is back.
Wow.
Oh, went with the 2 rookie quarterbacks and Caleb and Jaden. And I love me some Drake London, but I'm not going to pass up on one of the best running backs the NFL has ever seen.
So you got a lot of variety there. Is that this traditional strategy that works for you, Chef?
It depends, honestly. If
whoa, hold up.
Damn, son.
Hold on.
Edgar?
Darren Waller, he's retired. What?
Edgar, he retired. What? Why'd you go all the way down to the end of the?
No. He retired this season or next season?
What?
He's already retired?
Yeah,
he retired yesterday.
I thought it was his final season.
This is why we do mock drafts.
Yep. Hey, work out the kinks. Get them out now.
Oh, okay.
All right, come on, Amber. Don't do me dirty. Don't do me dirty, Amber.
Media love that blue tint.
You do. He lived there.
Sublet.
All right, let me get my wide receiver 1. I did it.
Hey, Aaron, to the moon, baby.
I did it. Discount double.
I mean, it could have been Edgar could have gone worse and still thought Tom Brady was in the league.
No, I know he's not.
This is Edgar during that draft pick. Okay.
Another blue tint. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Media, come on.
He has a type.
That's that shit I do. Like
blue tint. Sponsored by Media. Sponsored by Presser.
Sponsored by the Presser app. And there's just some talent on the board. There's a lot of talent.
Yeah. I mean, the SuperFlex to do that to you. You got RB, QB 15 and 14 already drafted in the 4th, 5th round.
Mm-hmm.
See what else we got going on.
Devon Achane himself. What do y'all think about the RB2 on the Dolphins this year?
I'm staying away from him, personally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if the value's there, obviously everyone has their price.
Yeah.
But he is a boom or bust type of guy. He's a little undersized, so I don't know if he's built for the full season. You just don't know if he's going to hit that boom or not. And then no one's talking about this, but the Dolphins lost 2 key offensive linemen this past offseason. I don't know what their O line is even going to look like. I know they better protect Tua, so we'll see. I think I've seen him go third round in a redraft, and I just feel like there's too much meat on the potato, too much meat on the bone still in the third round for me to take him. I mean, he could win you a week, but he could also lose you a week. High risk, high reward type of guy.
Facts. Couldn't agree more. Yeah, HN is this. The thing that's concerning to me is that he was injured in college before coming to the NFL, only to continue that. So it's like, is he an injury-prone player, or is he actually somebody who could do work? Let me get these picks off real quick. I think this kid's gonna have a hell of a year.
What is it about him that you see that you like, Brother Fox?
So post their firing of their offensive coordinator mid-season, the Buffalo Bills changed the whole trajectory of their offense. The reason why Stephon Diggs was expendable was because they went from a 60-40 pass to run to really 60-40 run to pass. And they use Cook out of a multitude of ways out of the backfield. He caught the ball, he got it deep, and he's honestly one of the most explosive players, like acceleration wise, off the line of scrimmage. See that Kansas City game in the playoffs against us? It was disgusting how open he was. If Josh Allen would have saw him more, he could have put up 2-3 touchdowns on us. And I think this year, a full offseason with the new offensive coordinator, and now with the change of receiver, you like imagine he's gonna have good blockers on the outside because these are big body dudes in Buffalo. And if you don't block, you don't get the rock, right?
It's true. If you don't block, you don't get the rock.
That is a factual statement.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and rotate.
Yeah, Fox, I'm really liking your team right now.
Thank you.
Gonna make me go all the way back over here. Let's see. Got the Detroit stack.
Yeah.
Damn.
That was my plan from the jump, to be honest with you.
No, your team is probably one of the better teams.
Think about Pickens and Zay Flowers over Cooper Kupp. What do you guys think about that?
It's just hard to trust Cooper, man. Like, he's a dog when he's healthy. It's just like, is he gonna be healthy? Biggie likes to make fun of me saying the word, but I'm gonna say it. He a little long in the tooth. It is what it is. Talented, but also now he's actually got a competent another receiver. He is sharing the. What happened? I just pressed something. I don't want rookies. No, what did I just do? I just pressed something.
Scroll to the left and press all.
Look at God. Look at God.
Hey, all right. I need my tight end. That's not really who I wanted. Team players.
Evan Ingram to be available in the 6th round of SuperFlex is amazing.
And
the man had 114 catches last year.
I don't like any of it. Let's not do that.
Quality.
I heard a grunt. Talk to me.
You know my affinity for Zamir White coming into this year. He probably benefited the most of the entire NFL draft. The Raiders were slated to take a running back in the first and second round. They didn't do that. They took a tight end who can pass and block, who can receive and block, which is only going to help him out. He finished tight end, running back 12 off a small amount of starts last year. So I feel like it's going to be a boomer bust kind of season, but I feel like he could definitely win you a fantasy football championship.
Shout out Amber Alert. I haven't done any mocks for redraft. Feeling really rusty. This is a super flex. So you still haven't done the mock for redraft. We got to get you in one in a week or two. What were we just talking about?
We're talking about Zamir White.
Zamir White. And a slight upgrade at quarterback.
Well,
yeah, for sure.
As minor as it is, it is an upgrade.
I think it's a huge upgrade.
I would have taken Gardner Minshew over Kenny Pickett as a Steeler fan. So
I'm not gonna lie, that George Kittle pick by Big E that's pretty nasty in the 7th round.
Yeah.
So I have an affinity for not liking T. Higgins because he kind of disappears when you need him the most.
Mm-hmm.
But in the 7th round, I mean, as my wide receiver 2, I'll take the upside there, especially with the stack with Joey B.
All right, let me go. Right back. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, still some Brother Fox is. Maybe that's the thing. You're not made for single quarterback leagues. Maybe you need.
I want someone else, but he's hurt. I couldn't do it.
Brother.
What's that?
As we stated on previous episodes, when it comes to Brock Bowers, it's not if, but when he's going to play. You don't draft a tight end in the 1st round to let him sit on the bench.
The Raiders do.
Watch. I guarantee you, by the end of week 3, Brock Bowers will be getting more touches out there than the kid they drafted from Notre Dame last year.
What was that, Myers?
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of 2 tight end sets.
Where does Brock Bowers finish? Tight end 10? Tight end 8? Higher than Kyle Pitts? Lower than Kyle Pitts? Brother Fox, go in. What you got?
As you can see by this draft, Kyle Pitts is still not off the board. So, how many tight ends have been drafted? As I've said, a plethora of tight ends. He's still there. So it's telling. Even in a SuperFlex league, he still doesn't get the time. If you believe in him, you believe in him. But he is who we thought he is. And we ain't let him off the hook. All right, that's what that is.
Yeah.
And so, shout out to Denny Green for the quote of the century. Big Chef Dunner.
Javante.
Ooh, your boy.
That was a little bit of a reach, but I respect it.
You
No.
Tyler Boyd? Word?
Why are you scrolling down so far? Just take the top player.
The Tyler Boyd pick, I'm sorry, brother. That's rough, dog.
You got the tuba fail.
Did he I can't believe he's still here. All right. Is it not my pick or what?
It is.
I don't know why.
It is your pick.
It says it's Amber's, but on the screen it says it's mine.
It's yours.
It's yours, brother.
It's not letting me pick. Come on.
It's going to give you Kyle Pitts.
Come on.
No, don't do me like that. I want it.
Christian Kirk.
Oh, okay. That's a solid pick.
I'll take that. That's what I wanted. And then,
Christian Kirk is on my must draft list this year. The Jaguars were the 1 seed in the AFC until he got hurt. They were a completely different offense out there. And it just seems like Christian Kirk and Trevor Lawrence have a connection that he hasn't had with any of the other receivers on the squad. I feel a big bounce back year. He's in a contract year, and so is Trevor Lawrence. So they both going to be out there balling.
I agree. Not to mention the departure of Calvin Ridley and his 131 targets, whatever it was. I feel like he's going to do well. I know the rookie from LSU will get, will absorb some of that, but he shouldn't get that that target share that Ridley had.
I don't know.
He trolling us at this point, taking Rashid. He trolling us at this point.
About to be suspended for 4 games, by the way.
He's probably gonna be more like 6.
Yeah, it was probably originally going to be 4.
No, I love Amber's pick getting Zach Moss in the 9th. That's quality right there. He's gonna be the starter in Cincinnati. We see the workload that Joe Mixon got last year, and his ability to catch out the backfield is gonna help him.
There it is.
It took an auto draft to get Kyle Pitts, man.
Ooh.
And I will take another blue tent. So 3 blue tents in a row with James Conner.
Good value. He should be the starter for the majority of the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least half.
And just so y'all know, if you do draft James Conner at a reasonable price, just make sure you draft Trey Benson as well, the rookie out of Florida State.
Yeah. So,
is he going to draft a quarterback?
He needs 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
Derek Carr. I'm shocked that he's still here. I get that he kind of mildly struggled towards the end of the season last year in Dallas, but he is the RB1 on that team, even though Spears is there. Tony Pollard.
Yeah, he's kind of a guy who's got a question mark around him. Like, can he be the guy? Quarterback, how reliable is the quarterback? How much left does Ridley and Hopkins have in the tank? The Titans are a head scratcher for me. I can't quite put my thumb on them.
Yeah, Tony Pollard went from a pretty damn good offensive line to one that is very much lower in the rankings than the Cowboys, and it's just a worse team, worse quarterback. I am staying as far as I can stay away from Tony Pollard.
I like the value where Brother Fox got him, but overall, I don't think I've been mocking any Titans, even on Draft Wizard through Fantasy Pros.
I mean, I can't believe this guy is still here, and this is where I would have picked this guy instead of Tony Pollard, and that's Chris Godwin.
Yeah. Talented. Quiet as kept led the Buccaneers in receptions and yards last year. And now supposed to be working a lot more out of the slot when he had his breakout year. I believe that was sophomore year.
Yeah.
Baker's returning. Good value pick. Good bench addition, I should say. I couldn't take him because I already have Mike Evans. I mean, I guess I could have taken him, but I went with Christian Kirk instead. Let's rotate this thing.
DeAndre Hopkins is a sneaky good pick. He had
74
Ridley last year, 1,000 yards. Yeah, with Calvin Ridley on the other side, we'll see. But again,
not on the other side, but in the previous round too. He got both side Tennessee wide receivers.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
You better pray that there ain't no bye weeks.
Yeah, for real.
Was there a pick, gentlemen, that stuck out to you guys that was a great value or the greatest value?
Greatest value. I love the Joe Mixon pick.
I was just about to say that.
That was fantastic. If he could stay healthy, T. Higgins in the middle of the 7th.
Yeah.
I like Debo in the 6th. Like it was between him and DK for me, and then Debo went right after I picked DK. And I also Ramondre Stevenson too in the 7th. I mean, he's about to sign a new contract. They obviously really like him. I think he will be the bell cow. And we've seen Antonio Gibson fail time after time after time. And the Patriot fans do not like running backs that fumble the football.
No. I like that Derrick Henry in the 4th round. You know, in redraft, I've seen him go early 3rd. So with the quarterbacks taken, he slips, but that's still really good value for a guy who's going to be in a run-heavy offense. As long as he can stay upright. I know Brother Fox, he's the softest big man, but he's going to see 260 touches in that offense. So he should do fine as long as he can stay upright.
I honestly like the Jonathan Brooks pick too, from Carolina. The kid's coming off of an injury,
right?
So time will tell when he's going to be available and when he's in football shape. But as I stated on Safe Space, he reminds me he's a poor man's Arian Foster. He runs real smooth, has a good burst, sees the hole really well, and it's not like in Carolina they have much to work with. They're going to be working from behind a lot. And I honestly feel like by mid-season, he should be back up to form. He's kind of one of those you draft and stash him kind of players.
Right.
End of the season, he's gonna do work for you.
I thought that was a little bit early for him personally, but I do like the potential and upside. I think I don't know what the split shares are going to be, but if it's the same as last year, David Montgomery at 8-11, that's filthy.
He's scored a lot of touchdowns too. A lot of touchdowns.
Yeah. I didn't see his name get called. You correct me if I'm wrong. Did David Singletary get drafted?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah, he went to B-man.
Great value. You're getting a starter. He may not be in the sexiest O-line. He may not be in the sexiest behind the sexiest quarterback, but he is a starter in the NFL. 10th round to still get a starter, get a contributor. If this was a regular actual league, he's going to contribute at some point during those bye weeks, during injuries. So I really love getting a starting running back in the 10th round. I think is just critical. We know how those running backs can collect injuries and live in the blue tent.
Yeah, I mean, once they stopped playing around with like the Dameon Pierce, Devin Singletary debacle of 2023, I mean, he really was able to produce. I mean, from week 10 to week 18, he had
RB2.
Yeah, RB2 then RB4, and he had 5 finishes within the top 20 running backs. So, I mean, looking at that, you just got to say, I mean, he can do it if the O-line can actually produce the same amount of holes that the Texans did.
Yeah, I believe week 8 to week 17, it was McCaffrey rushing yards 1, Singletary 2, and Najee Harris 3 from weeks 8 to 17. So he's serviceable. He's serviceable. Yeah. He's a great flex during Bi-Mageddon or Armageddon, whatever you want to call it.
I think another great pick, Chef Dunn taking Hollywood Brown. Hey, we talked about it before. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to go nuclear this year, and that's not just coming from a Chiefs fan. Like truth be told, like this, he's going to have a talented wide receiver group that's going to open up the middle for Kelsey. He has his offensive line is pretty much returning except left tackle, which they hopefully they figure out. I think he's going to have a fantastic year. As long as Hollywood can stay healthy, I think he signed a 1-year contract for very small. He's trying to get that long-term deal. And, it worked for Juju, right?
Yeah, for sure. It did. And another thing, too, just look at the stats for fantasy. Mahomes is in every other year. Every other year since he's been in the league, he has put up top 2, top 3 numbers. And this is that other year. So make sure, even if you have to in single quarterback, I would be reaching for Patrick Mahomes if you have to, and especially if you have some Chief fans in your squad or in your league, and make sure you're drafting Patrick Mahomes. He's the only quarterback I will take before round 6.
I love it. I love it. We got
it's my quarterback.
Where them Eagles at on this chart? Hey, they sprinkled it. They sprinkled throughout here. They sprinkle. I saw Hurts. What Hurts is 1.5. Where did Saquon go? Saquon got sniped me 211, and then I know I saw Smith somewhere over here on. Oh yeah, Smith 5'10. So they're sprinkled in here. AJB 210. So they all here. They out here.
No, they're not bad.
What do you guys think of Zay Flowers? Kind of ended the season pretty strong. Did well in the playoffs. I don't know what the value between him and Andrews. That's when I've been mocking at home with the draft wizard. They're both kind of going that 5th, 6th round in single quarterback. What can they both eat, especially with Henry? What do you guys think of Mark Andrews and Zay Flowers?
Zay was kind of the safety blanket last year for Lamar. Albeit Andrews was hurt, so he needed to go somewhere else. But Zay made plays, short field and long field, and it seemed like their connection continued to grow. Hell, he had a good game against Kansas City. He made 2 bonehead mistakes: the fumble at the end zone, and then the show off on top of L'Jarius Sneed. But other than that, he played a quality game. Coming into year 2, they say the biggest growth in most NFL players is between year 1 and year 2. The game slows down a little bit. That my only concern with Zay Flowers is
Anthony Richardson.
No. Hey, the only reason why I'm questioning him is that the Baltimore Ravens lost 3 starting offensive linemen. 3. People aren't really talking about that, but he lost 3 offensive linemen. Is Lamar even going to have the protection that he had last year to be able to put up those?
And it's rumored that he slimmed down too.
So we'll see what happens.
He slimmed down a lot. The Ravens have a tendency to be able to produce good offensive linemen and be able to draft low end offensive linemen that can really have a huge upside with their blocking schemes. And I mean, Jim Harbaugh has been a coach for the Ravens forever. And so they're obviously doing something right. John Harbaugh. And so doing that, the only thing they really need to change is they need to get rid, and I've been saying this for 4 years now, they need to get rid of their training staff. Their training and medical staff are trash. Everyone gets hurt all the time.
I agree. Brother Fox.
Between them and the Chargers, they're absolutely terrible Chargers.
Right, 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
Hey, San Francisco probably a solid 3rd. So I feel like Debo, Kittle, and every running back is kind of blue tinted at some point. Jimmy G.
That might just be the scheme at this. I think he runs. Shanahan be running them to death. That's what that is.
The injury scheme. This is part of the offense. Everyone needs to get injured.
Yeah. It's the only way all of them can stay fantasy relevant is if they take weeks off.
Yeah.
Brother Fox, before we wrap these things up, how can the good folks take care of us?
Hey, as always, y'all can give us that HBO special. If you don't know what the HBO special is, it's the Help a Brother Out special. So help some brothers out. Hit that like button, subscribe. It truly, truly goes a long way.
Chef Dunner, anything to add before we wrap it up?
Y'all know what we doing. Labor Day weekend. Shit's about to get litty. Year 4, 7 o'clock. The man, the myth, the legend, the hostess with the mostest. We've got some things coming for y'all. It's going to be the bee's knees, item 9, plus rankings. We've got everything from hot takes to cold takes, and we're about to be out here. And we're, I believe DJ Khaled said it perfect. We taking over.
One league at a time. Hey, that wraps up. That concludes our SuperFlex Mock Draft Monday. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. Thank you to everyone who participated in the mock. Check us out tomorrow, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Safe space with myself, Big E, and Brother Fox. Take care, y'all. Peace.
Sir, go Chiefs.